What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Pickle vlog. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a paddle review of the Head Gravity. I've been using this paddle for over a month now, and I'm really liking it so far. So I'm going to go over some of the specs first, and then get into some of my opinions on it, and then hopefully give it a little bit of a rating in terms of spin, control, power, and some other factors. All right, so to cover some of the specs and technologies in the Head Gravity paddle, I'll start off with the thickness. It's 14 millimeters. It weighs 8.1 ounces. It is 15 3/4 inches long and 8 1/10 inches wide. So basically the paddle shape, it's kind of a teardrop. All right, from there, some of the technologies in the Head Gravity include Head's comfort grip system, the sweet spot power core, the handle stabilizer technology, the hybrid hitting surface, and the extreme 3D spin, which is kind of the grit on the paddle pretty much. So that covers the techs and specs of the Head Gravity paddle. So now to just kind of get my opinion on it, I have some experience with a few other paddles, including various Selkirk paddles. I've tried Gearbox, I've tried Kinetic, and I have a lot of experience with the Paddle Tech paddles, which I'll be reviewing in my next video. That's kind of what I'll be comparing this to. And, you know, I've tried power paddles, I've tried control paddles. This leans more towards a control paddle. However, it's not super thick, which I like. So it offers very good feel. I would like to touch on the grit on the surface of the paddle. It gets a lot of spin, a lot more spin than I've had with any Selkirk or Paddle Tech paddle I've used. This is definitely the spinniest paddle I've used so far. I think it offers fantastic control. One thing I would like to touch on is the teardrop shape that the Head Gravity has. It offers a really big sweet spot to hit the ball out of, so it's kind of forgiving in a way. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a beginner paddle. It is a very beginner-friendly paddle, but I wouldn't limit it to just beginners. I think advanced players can use this with no problem. The forgiveness is just an added benefit, in my opinion. And really, the paddle shape makes a lot of sense to me because there's more room, more real estate to hit the ball out of towards the tip of the paddle. So if you're really reaching for some shots, you know, some dinks or whatnot, this paddle will help you get there. So overall, in terms of spin, control, and touch, I would say this paddle excels, is better than anything I've ever used so far in my pickleball experience, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone there. In terms of power, I wouldn't say this paddle is crazy powerful. I've used the Paddle Tech Bantam for quite a while, and I would say that paddle has is decently more powerful than the Head Gravity. However, I wouldn't say it's weak by any means. But if you're looking for a primarily power paddle, this may not be your number one option. But in terms of mixing the power and the control aspects, second to none for me so far in my experience. The last two things that I want to touch on with the Head Gravity before I give it a couple of rankings would be the grip and then the durability. So first of all, with the grip, I normally don't use the stock grips that paddles come with. I don't like the stock grips for Selkirk or Paddle Tech. I normally just regrip them myself. But with this Head Gravity paddle, this is the best stock grip that I've used. I've been using the paddle for a while now. I'm still using the original grip. So that's one thing that I wanted to touch on. It has a very comfortable grip. So following that, in terms of durability, the paint chips off the Head Gravity pretty quickly. So the paddle may look like it has a bit of wear and tear early. It's simply cosmetic, but if that's something you're worried about, then you may want to consider that. In terms of other durability factors, I've had no dead spots on this paddle, and the paddle guard on the outside is pretty unscathed. I've given it I've played hard with this paddle, and there's been no issues in terms of durability. So to finish off this review, I'm going to go ahead and rank the head gravity on a scale of 1 to 10 in a few categories. So for control, I'm going to go with a 9. For power, I'm going to go with a 6. For spin, I'm going with a 9. For touch, I'm going with a 7. And then durability, I'm also going with a 9 so far. Overall, I would recommend the head gravity to any player, any skill level. Very good paddle. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you very much.